At Trinity Health System, we have a profound respect and awe for all creation. We are motivated by the words of Christ to be his hands and heart to those in need. Our doctors, nurses, and staff are driven by selfless performance, combining our expertise with the technology to bridge the gap to healthier communities. Healthcare isn't just about healing, it's about human dignity. Trinity Health System, inspired by faith, serving you with distinction.
All right, sports fans, welcome to a brand new season of the Star Sportscast. A couple of fresh new faces. I am Joe Catullo. This is Andrew Grimm. What's up, Andrew?
How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing okay. I can do a lot better without that garbage you're wearing.
Yeah.
You got Hines Ward, I got Braylon Edwards, a couple of Hall of Fame receivers, I think. Hall of Fame receivers, Michigan, man. All right, Andrew, let's give the crowd a little bit of a background about us since, fresh faces. I started off at YSU. I graduated in 2014. First job right out, Giant Eagle stock boy for 6 months. Then I got hired by the Lisbon Morning Journal, and I was there for 2 years before I came aboard here at the Herald-Star when the sports editor position was open. How about you?
I primarily covered the Wheeling Nailers to get my start in the sports media industry. I was a correspondent for the Wheeling Intelligencer, one of our partners, and did some other stuff with various websites. And I, not long after you got the job here, I interviewed here, and I've been here for probably about 2 months now.
Yeah, I've been here since early June. That's almost 3 months. Yeah, about 2 months, I'd say. Actually, I think like my second day on the job, you're the first interview.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you ready to talk about some high school football?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's go over a little bit of last week real quick. Let's start with Thursday. Brooke lost to Wheeling Park 24-6, and Martin's Ferry defeated one of our other teams, Buckeye Local, 47-0. Not a good start for Buckeye Local and first-year head coach Roger Herbert. You did the season preview for them. Is that kind of shocking, 47-0? Did you think that maybe they can get some points on board? Because last year they lost, 74-0 to Martin's Ferry?
Yeah, it was 74-0 last year. I did expect them to put some points on the board. I guess there was some injuries leading up to the game that probably hurt their offense a little bit. Might have factored into that, but yeah, I did. It was a little bit surprising to me that they were shut out again.
Let's go to Friday. We're going to start first with the Big Red, our favorite team around here. Big Red whopped, whatever. Big Red defeated Upper St. Clair 37-7. I don't think any surprise there.
No, I think that's... Some people, I think, probably thought it would be a little bit of a closer game than that, but pretty much everybody had Big Red winning. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe on our predictions, was there 8 of us?
Yeah.
All 8 of us picked Big Red. Just like in the next game, all 8 of us picked Weir to beat Glen, and they did so 52-0. I was actually at the first half of that game. Weir looked pretty good, and Glen didn't. It's going to be tough for Glen. They started a quarterback, a sophomore, I believe, and then they used a 2-quarterback scheme. They brought in Hunter Skills. Early second quarter, he threw a 33-yard pass and then broke his wrist. And I won't give the details on what I heard on the sidelines because it was pretty bad. But he's pretty much gone for the year. So we'll see what Ted Arnault does with his quarterback scheme now. If he's going to play one. When I did the season preview, he said he might do a 3-quarterback scheme, which now would be down to 2. I didn't see that third quarterback in play. They might have played him the second half. I'm not really sure. But anyway, like I said, Weir looked good. Second half, they really busted out for that 52-0 because they were only up 21-0 at halftime. And that's all I got to say about that. Next game, Catholic Central. A lot of us did not pick them to win against Wheeling Central, but Central won 35-14. Might be the upset of the week for our teams.
Yeah, I would say it was the upset of the week. I think only Ed Only Ed picked Catholic Central to win?
Only Ed picked Catholic Central. Right. Good job, Boomin' Lumen, Ed Lumen.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised by that one. Wheeling Central usually is a very, very tough team, and they very well might be. In Catholic Central just
It's just one of those games.
perform better.
And it was at Wheeling, too.
Yeah, that's even more impressive. You win in Wheeling against Wheeling Central. It's an impressive victory to start a season for Catholic Central.
And then the next game, you did not pick our team to win this one. Indian Creek defeated Cambridge 28-7.
Yeah.
Why didn't you pick Indian Creek?
No, Indian Creek, talking to Coach Connor before the season, and he seemed like he was even a little bit nervous about how that game was going to go. Cambridge obviously beat Indian Creek at Indian Creek last year, and I don't know. Now I'm kind of taking that one on the chin a little bit because Indian Creek definitely proved me wrong.
We'll talk more about this week's matchups, but you will be seeing... No, you will not be seeing... Edit that out. Okay, moving on. Moving on to the next game. Edison lost to East Liverpool 21-0. Andrew, you were at that game. Talk a little bit about Edison. Was it Edison's play? Is East Liverpool really that good, or is it just because they played Edison? I mean, just what can you take away from that game?
The biggest takeaway from that game, I think, was East Liverpool's running back. He was just running through the defense. People in the press box were comparing him to Le'Veon Bell with his stops and spins and little stutter steps and moves like that. He had a night. The biggest thing that hurt Edison in that game was turnovers. East Liverpool turned turnovers into points, and Edison had four turnovers, I believe, in the game, and two of them were on drives where they were deep in East Liverpool territory. So not only was East Liverpool taking Edison turnovers and turning them into points, they were also taking potential points off the board for Edison too, and that contributed to the 21-0 shutout.
Well, your article said that Edison had more first downs than East Liverpool. So did East Liverpool have a short field when they got the turnovers? Or was that the only time that they were getting first downs is after turnovers, coincidentally?
Edison did end up having 12 first downs on the night. Some of that, too, was East Liverpool had 100 yards in penalties. So some of those first downs were personal fouls and stuff like that to keep drives going. But Edison moved the ball pretty well. East Liverpool got a lot of their field position on big plays. They had 4 running plays over 30 yards. They had a 65-yard run. They had a couple 30-plus yarders, and it was big plays really that got East Liverpool their big chunks of yardage. Now once they got in position, they put the ball in the end zone.
Now the other game from Friday, I'm kind of surprised about this. Toronto, lost to Shadyside 48-14. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I thought it would be a closer game than that. Shadyside's a good program down there, so I knew it would be a tough game for Toronto. I expected it to be closer than that. I think I did pick Shadyside to win it, though.
I definitely did not pick Toronto to lose, I'll say that. Then there's a Saturday game. Harrison Central lost to East Hardy 48-14. I don't think there's nothing against Harrison Central, but we kind of saw that coming. Maybe not that bad, but we saw that coming.
Yeah, East Hardy, very, very good program. They're on the other side of West Virginia. I think they've played in the state title game the last couple of years. They haven't lost a regular season game in a couple of years. It was going to be a tough game for Harrison Central, no matter how you looked at it, and that kind of shows in the final score.
And our other team, Weir, Madonna, was on a bye. So let's move on to this week. Let's start first. Big Red at Morgantown. Andrew, you are not doing the preview, but you are going to that game.
Yes, I am making the trek down to Morgantown. Should be a good game.
Do you know anything about Morgantown? Did you study them at all?
I've looked at a little bit, not a whole lot just yet. I've heard a little bit the last couple of years about them. Maybe some teams like down Wheeling Way making a trip down there. Obviously, just having to make the trip down there is always tough. So that should be a challenge in itself for Big Red. I do expect, and I pick them for our football extra this week, I do expect Big Red to come away with a victory in that game, though.
Yeah, same here. From what I've learned so far, don't bet against Big Red. Yeah.
It's a safe bet.
Moving on, next game. Catholic Central, Saturday, host Oak Glen. Catholic's probably going to win. That's what we both projected anyway.
Yeah, they had the upset of the week last week, and Glen obviously took one on the chin at Weir. So,
next game, Indian Creek goes against East Liverpool. We both, I believe, picked Indian Creek to win that one.
Yep, Indian Creek impressed me last week. Not just that they went to Cambridge and won, but how they did it, winning by 3 scores. East Liverpool was impressive against Edison, but I just think Indian Creek is going to be the better football team.
But that's like also kind of saying the Steelers are going to look impressive against the Browns.
No. I'm not going to be too harsh on your Browns yet.
I worked in Lisbon for 2 years. We also covered East Liverpool. I know East Liverpool a little bit. Sorry. Brooke is on a bye. Next game, Union Local at Buckeye. Believe we both picked Union. We're still not on the Buckeye Local bandwagon yet.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, though, because that is where Union Local is where Buckeye Local's new coach, Coach Herbert, got his start in coaching.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a little bit of a personal attachment to it for him. But I just think that Buckeye Local, they're a program that might be trending in the right direction, but they're not there yet. They still have a way to go.
The next game actually might be the hardest that we picked. Edison at Wellsville. Obviously, we already know what Edison did. Wellsville lost to Beaver Local 66-6, but we still picked Wellsville to win.
Yeah, I don't,
We just don't trust Edison with the whole situation that went on this year so far.
It's a toss-up game. It's a toss-up game.
Well, I mean, looking down the schedule, Week 9, Edison faces Buckeye. Personally, I think Edison's best shot to win is either this week or Week 9. Or who knows, they might win both games. We don't know. Going to the next game, Toronto, their first home game. They host Bridgeport. I will be headed out to that game to shoot photos. Don't know what to expect. So we'll just keep it there. Then, Weir High gets to host Anacostia. I don't know anything about Anacostia. So we both picked Weir to win that one.
Yeah, I looked it up. Looked up a little bit about. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that.
Anacostia.
Anacostia. I looked up a little bit about them.
Or maybe it's Anacostia. I don't know.
Yeah, Anacostia. Whatever. I looked up a little bit about them when we were going over predictions for this week, and just the little bit that I could find on them. I feel pretty comfortable going with Weir in that one.
Okay. Our producer behind the scenes, Michael McElwain, will be shooting that game, and he better not say anything about it. He's going to Weir. You're welcome. Next game, Harrison Central's first home game. They host Cleveland Rhodes. I picked Cleveland Rhodes to win. You picked Harrison. Tell me why.
Just doing a little bit of research. I believe. I don't remember if they played last year. If that's.
I believe you said Harrison beat them last year.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm guessing it was at Cleveland Rhodes.
I think it was at Harrison actually.
No.
So I think it's 2 years in a row they're playing at Harrison, which is a little bit unusual.
Okay. Well, I didn't do my homework, but can't bet against Cleveland. Already went over Oak Glen in the last game. We're Madonna, first game of the year. They are at Tuskegee Central. I believe we both picked Tuskegee Central for that one.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, nothing against Weirton and Madonna. I just, it's a little bit of a trip for them, and Tuskegee Central had a...
It is on Saturday, though.
Yeah. I think they had, from the research I did, Tuskegee Central had a halfway decent season last year, and I don't know if those two teams met last year or not. No.
That's what we get for not doing our homework. All schedules can be found in our beautiful Gridiron 17 magazine. Find it in various Steubenville locations. Gridiron 17. Talk a little bit about that, Andrew. This is obviously both of our first years here. 134. Is it 134? 134-page magazine. Unfortunately, I was not here for last week. Talk about that weekend. Was that the toughest week you ever had to work?
Yeah, it was an experience. Because not only did we have to get the magazine done that week, obviously our buddy Mike behind the camera there did a lot to get it done.
30 straight hours of working? That's legal or not? I don't know.
Yeah, he was sight for sore eyes by the end of that process.
Well, he's always like that, though.
It was even more amplified.
You did a great job with the cover, though.
Yes, the cover is very nice.
Random guy on the cover with Steubenville colors. No, whatever.
Yeah, but not...
So no, it's still nice though. A nice presentation, beautiful background. I mean, this is. I would want to buy this for the very low price of $2.95.
Oh yeah. That week, not only did the magazine have to get done, the majority of our photo days and media days were that week too. So it was go here, go there, go here, come back here, work on this, work on that, and it was a crazy week, but it got done.
Like I said, I apologize for not being here, even though I'm not really that sorry.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Isn't it pretty? Okay, that's pretty much for the high school. Those your bobbleheads?
Some of those are mine, some of those are Mike's.
Which ones are yours?
The Wheeling Nailers Paul Bissonnette bobblehead is mine. He's ready to fight.
You don't have to explain it.
I got the 2 mini helmets, Ohio State and the Steelers.
Still doesn't make sense why you put it like they're going to face each other.
Well, I don't know. I can't really explain that.
Gnome's yours. Is that Arnold Palmer? That's yours. The other
Arnold
ones?
Palmer's mine. The other ones are Mike's. The 2 Andrew McCutcheons are Mike's.
And A.J. Burnett.
Yeah, A.J. Burnett's Mike's. But I left A.J. Burnett there because he was one of my favorite Pirates at the time.
At the time? Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about McCutcheon. My bad. We try to make a dividing line here. So the dividing line is The Rock. I think we can both agree that that's an okay dividing line. And that's before The Rock was The Rock, so whether people know it's Rocky Maivia or not, I don't know. Anyway, these are all mine. Obviously, the Indians ones are awesome. Duh. But the Browns ones, Tim Couch, Brady Quinn, Kellen Winslow. It's like an all-star lineup right there.
You got like 2 of the 25 quarterbacks to play for the Browns in the last 10 years.
I believe it's 27.
I lost count.
So did I. For those who don't know me, Jim Tony's my favorite player. Statue. That. Larry Doby statue, Omar Vizquel, and a garden gnome.
We both go with the garden gnome.
We both want the garden gnome. I mean, it's a nice garden gnome. I never actually put it in my garden yet, though. Anyway, college football starts this week, at least for the teams that we cover. Thursday night, your Buckeyes take on Indiana.
Yep,
How the Buckeyes look this year?
I expect that one to be all Ohio State.
Not even close?
I'll go with 42-14.
Okay. How about West Virginia on Saturday? Or no, they play Sunday. Against Virginia Tech. It's a night game. I think it's on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll go with WVU on that one.
Okay. I went with, it was on our predictions. I went with Virginia Tech.
Really?
I think West Virginia is not going to have as good of a year as last year. I do predict the Buckeyes to win too. YSU Pitt. I think we can both go with Pitt on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard
we're not
gonna. It was for you to pick against your alma mater there.
We're wearing Browns and Steelers, but we will be talking about Browns and Steelers next week when the season's about to begin. But for now, it was enjoy. Wow, that was terrible. You go ahead and close it out.
I hope you enjoyed the first edition of the 2017 Star Sportscast. That's a wrap.
Ah!
Star Sportscast for 2017. Are you prepared?
No.
No.